Hi guys, it's Tony from honestgamesreviews.com. Got a little different video today from normally it's kind of like a let's play or a review of some sort. I'm doing like a rant piece, I guess you could call it today. It's kind of weird for me because I'm not kind of an angry person, but it's kind of something this week, some news that came out that kind of annoyed me as an Xbox One owner. I kind of wanted to. I was going to type up on the website about it, but I thought, quicker just to do a video and speak about it and let my feelings known. If you're not familiar with the news, it was announced this week that Pinball FX2 would make its way to the Xbox One on July 31st. I think the previous week they announced it was also coming to the PS4. With the PS4 guys though, they kind of had the news that any tables that downloaded on the PS3 or Vita, they was able to download them on the PS4 for free even, sorry, and get all the tables back. Whereas Microsoft kind of took the idea of you want to replay the tables, you're gonna have to buy them again for the Xbox One, even if you own them on the 360, which was kind of a kick in the balls, in all honesty, for me, as a big fan of Pinball FX2, and the guys at Zen Studios themselves, as they was kind of the reason I started up the website and had the idea of the website, of a review website that I wanted to start, because they was the first guys who gave us a review code for the site, kind of got me on my way. And ever since then, they've kind of been kind enough to give us like giveaway codes and let us review other tables and such. But of late, I've kind of stopped reviewing the tables because once you've reviewed one pinball table, you kind of can't speak about one anymore. Unless you like the genre that they're giving, and not being much of a Marvel guy, I'm not. I find it hard to express about something. And when it's pinball, it's a case of like you got a couple of ramps. Pinball's a game that sounds boring, but unless you actually play it, you don't get the fun out of it. But like I say, big fan of the series of Pinball FX. I had the first game that I bought, and the second game I've got all the tables. Either I'll say through review, or I think it's like a 50-50 split of ones I've bought and ones I've been lucky enough to get a review code for. But yeah, back on track. Like I say, Microsoft now expect me to rebuy all of these tables to be able to play on my Xbox One, which I'm a big Xbox fan, big Microsoft fan. But this is pushing it too far. This is one thing I'm not happy about at all. For some, take the recent tale, which was Deadpool. I think it came out a few weeks back. I think I purchased it 3 weeks back. So they're expecting me now to go and spend the same amount of money and rebuy it for my new console a few weeks later, which just isn't going to happen. It's more of a kick in the balls as well because the PlayStation guys are getting that content for free. So why, as a consumer, should I not expect the same from a different company? You see, like, back when it launched, the Xbox One, many fans they all jumped to PlayStation because of the DRM issues, the always online, and then the backtracks on them. Fans were like, well, they could backtrack any time on other stuff. But, it's, I still went with them because I'd had the Xbox, I'd had the 360, and in terms of, I suppose you could say, a console experience, I was always happy with what I've got in terms of Xbox Live. And I'd always heard of like massive updates on the PlayStation that took hours. Not so much of a fun online experience. So I kind of went with the console. I'd had time with an experience myself, knowing what kind of experience I'd get from the one. And in terms of the console, I can't really slate the console. The only real issues are, it's people kick off about this 1080p business, but for me as a gamer, that doesn't really interest me at all. As long as the game looks nice, if I can see things in a better way, that's fine with me. If I don't, it's not that much of a big deal to me. In terms of apps, I still need to up them a little bit. But anyway, we're getting off track. We're talking about tables rather than Microsoft. But yeah, like I say, it annoyed a lot of fans having to the option of having to rebuy these tables. Uh, but I haven't seen anyone from Microsoft actually come forward and explain the reasons why. They've kind of left it to Zen to answer all the flack on Facebook and Twitter from fans who have mostly said basically there's no way I'm rebuying all the tables. So then you kind of think, who's the ones who are going to suffer most from this? Is it going to be Microsoft, or is it going to be the small studio that is Zen Studios? Because with fans not paying for their things that they've worked to transfer over to the next thing. With free, giving the fans that had already repaid them with all the previous tables, yes, they was giving them all for free, but them same fans then would have been willing enough to go and buy the new stuff that then came out, which they're doing the droves. I mean, you know, you ask themselves, I'm sure they do pretty well with the tables that sell. And if you're going to have to check the forums to see how popular they are and how well they look after the fans. So I think it was kind of harsh for them to actually say to us, like, you know, that, I mean, they've put in their own blog post saying that it was something they would like to have done, but it wasn't offered to them. So you know, you can kind of see it was Microsoft who had the final say. They were like, no, we're not giving these tables for free. We want them to pay for them again. So, but then they've kind of left Zen to take the flak for it rather than come forward. But yeah, like I say, I'm a fan of the series, but for me personally, I'm not going to rebuy any tables. I'll support new stuff that comes out from them and that, but I'm not willing to pay Microsoft any money for a table I've already paid for or had in the past, as it's just a stupid thing to do. Yeah, but then I thought to myself while I was thinking about this, you know, who's to blame with Microsoft thinking they can get away with this? And I was thinking of like games like Black Flag that came out for both consoles. Not straight quite soon after they'd been released on the previous consoles that'd been out like 360 and the PS3. Fans were willing to pay for that. Then you had Rayman that come out. Fans were willing to buy that again. Then you had Tomb Raider. Fans were willing to pay that. But I suppose them are AAA titles that fans are willing to pay for when it's a smaller game. And I think like I mean, is it even Xbox Live Arcade? What is it? They haven't really got a name for it. So I can't understand why they'd expect fans to be willing to pay what would essentially, I mean, if it was whole 50 tables, you're looking at, said, like 150 quid, 100, something like that. So, it's quite a big, it's not like pocket change or anything. Even if you picked up a couple of tables and sets, you're looking at what, 25 quid straight off the get go. So, I can't understand why Microsoft think this is a great idea. So yeah, it's kind of my piece. I'd like to hear what Pinball FX2 fans have to say about it. So if you're a fan of the series, speak in the comments below. Or check the website. I think I've done a post of the announcement and kind of let my feelings know to Microsoft on that as well. I'll also put in the description a link to the Xbox uh, feedback page. There's a post on this already with fans not happy. We're willing to pay the money for the tables again, which you can kind of let Microsoft know. Which over the listen to, over the kind of backtrack, much like they did with DRM and the online stuff. And they kind of understand that as gamers, we're not willing to take this crap and we've already given 400 odd pound for a console, and we're not giving them £100 for another small pinball game. So yeah, thanks for listening. I'll be back soon with another upload. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Be sure to check out the website and speak to you soon. Bye.